So I'm pretty sure many of you have noticed that Destiny 2 is sort of at a crossroads. Player counts are dropping, frustration is rising, and many of us are asking the same question. How did a game that was once the king of live service shooting end up in this situation? So today I'm going to break down why Destiny 2 players are leaving like crazy and why the game is actually failing. And to be honest, it's got to be something that you normally wouldn't think would be the problem. And the biggest reason comes down to Bungie forgetting what kind of game Destiny is supposed to be. And the first reason is Bungie has an identity crisis when it comes to Destiny 2. Now, Destiny 2 has always been marketed as a first-person shooter, so that's the foundation of the gameplay. So with that, you get tight mechanics, the satisfaction of landing a perfect headshot, but over time, Bungie has shifted that balance away from weapons and towards ability. And I admit, while abilities can be fun, they've started to overshadow the core FPS experience that Destiny 2, Destiny, and Halo gave us. And the second thing is the rise of abilities in Destiny 2. Now think about the current Destiny 2 sandbox. Supers, grenades, melee abilities now dominate both PvP and PvE. So in Crucible, the fights are often decided not by who has the better aim, but by who has their abilities up first. I had some really good examples of the current Destiny 2 PvP gameplay, but I was having problems importing it over to ShareFactor. However, you guys play Destiny 2 PvP, you know exactly how abilities feel. And in PvE, abilities clear entire rooms faster than primary weapons ever could. Now it's flashy, it's chaotic, but it's not the first person gameplay that Destiny was built on. To be honest, that's one of the main reasons I really don't play PvE anymore, where I have to do matchmaking, because people just really clear all the ads with their abilities. There is really no use for your guns. And this is definitely not a shot at any players who love abilities, because hey, I like abilities as well. This is definitely not a shot at any Destiny 2 YouTubers who make ability videos. If you guys don't know, I was actually one of the first Destiny 2 YouTubers to start making build videos. However, at the time, Destiny was in such a good place that your abilities and your weapons synergized very well, so it made very intriguing and great gameplay. However, you do gotta understand, one of the major reasons why Destiny 2 players are leaving is because they feel the game struggles with the balance between powerful abilities overshadowing the weapon play. And the next reason is the fall of the primary weapons. Now let's talk about primaries. Hand cannons, pulse rifles, auto rifles used to be the bread and butter of Destiny. They defined the skill gap, but today they feel weak, underpowered, and often irrelevant compared to abilities or heavy weapons. And you can add our new Star Wars themed weapons, the plastic blade. Don't get me wrong, I have fun using this as well. However, this is just another thing that has really just took away our primary weapons like the auto rifles and pulse rifles. You literally can clear your whole encounters just by using this blade and your abilities. And to me, man, that's a problem, because this is a first person shooter. So Bungie has basically nerfed primaries to the point where they no longer feel satisfying to use. And that kills the core loop of the game. So as you can see in the background, this is from 5 years ago when Bungie buffed the hard light auto rifle, and it became meta, and it was so fun to use in PvP and PvE. But just like hard light, all the great primary weapons that we have, Bungie has continually nerfed them over the years. On the side note, the gameplay you see in the background is from Patrick Casey, aka the Holtzman. This guy's one of the main reasons I fell in love with Destiny 2 weapons and made me want to start making YouTube videos regarding them. That's so funny, because I used to tell my son, man, I'm better than Patrick Casey in PvP, and my son was like, no, Dad, no way. So one day I ran against Holtzman in PvP, and my son was right there. I called him, and he saw me getting the better of him, and my son couldn't believe it, but we inboxed Patrick, and he was very gracious and just thanked us for watching his videos. And fourth is the player experience. And this definitely hits home for me and why I rarely play Destiny 2 these days, because the imbalance creates a frustrating experience. And players who came to Destiny like myself for its incredible gunplay experience feel sidelined, and PvP feels less like a shooter and more like a superhero brawl. And for PvE, it feels less tactical and more like spamming abilities until the next cooldown. And when the core identity of the game is lost, players lose interest. And that's exactly what we're seeing in the player count numbers. Now let me tell you why this matters. Destiny 2 isn't just any game. It's a live service title that relies on keeping players engaged week after week. So when the core gameplay loop stops being fun, no amount of new expansions, cosmetics, or seasonal content can fix that. Bungie needs to remember, Destiny is a FPS first, Without strong, satisfying gunplay, the entire foundation crumbles. So, is Destiny 2 currently failing? Right now, yes, and the numbers prove it. But look, it doesn't have to stay that way. Bungie has the talent, the history, and the community to bring the game back. But the question is, will they refocus on what made Destiny great in the first place, which is its gunplay, or will they keep chasing ability spam until the player base disappear? So what do you think? Is Destiny 2 still an FPS, or is it become something else entirely? So let me know down in the comments, and if you agree on this breakdown. If you do like more Destiny 2 news, I would suggest you watch this playlist next. Also, don't forget to like and sub. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.